Hey, Shalom family of y'all. At this time, we have a very important video we have to address at this time. Yes, this is the family address going out once again from Y'all News, bringing this to you live, brothers and sisters, at this time. Because we have a very important situation, brothers and sisters. Our nation is in a state of emergency. The government is passing all kinds of wicked laws that is totally an abomination against our Yah. I told you, brothers and sisters, it's very important that their standard is not just the standards of Yah. Point blank. Everything they do is in opposition to Yah. Yes, imposing of Yah in every way, the hatred. And when they oppose Yah, they oppose of Yah people that stand up for righteousness. Because all of Yah people at this time, you can see for yourself, does not love Yah. So many of Yah people is blind to Yah, don't even know his name. They're caught up in the doctrine, the teachings that was given to the slaves. Islam and Christianity, yes, all come from the Catholic Church. These are the facts, brothers and sisters. But we got a more important situation. Because that's why I named this video, I know you can't quit your jobs. Now, I know that. I know you depend on your government. I'm reading this from my notes. It's important that I could do that. I could have memorized this. I'm going to go over my notes. Yes, we need aid for our army to make for housing and food and clothes and more. Yes, brothers and sisters, because these are important things to us. That's why I know a lot of brothers and sisters are not ready to unite and come together like Abiyah told us, because of your condition you are in. Yes, in the condition you were placed in. And want in need of everything. These are all the signs Abiyah told us in Deuteronomy 28 that were going to be upon us as a sign, the proof and evidence to show you who we are. The seed of those who transgress against Abiyah laws. Brothers and sisters, yes, Yahudim people, the chosen people of Yah, yes, got put out of the land of Yezreel, Yah, today they call it Israel in the modern term they use. Yes, but depending on a nation that hate you, I know it's hard for us. I know it's hard for us. It's hard for me at this time. Because everything we need in this nation got a monetary value that represents it, brothers and sisters. Food, clothes, shelter, toilet paper, whatever. You need money to obtain these things, brothers and sisters. That's why a lot of people are scared to move, because they live paycheck to paycheck, scared to unite. We're in a position, and the enemy at this time got upper hand on us. That's why they could pay a police force to go out there with the roadblocks in Texas to stop people, to force them to take blood samples, and then they can do anything they want to with your DNA and plant it somewhere else. They can do all kinds of trickery, brothers and sisters, by force. And as well, if you consent to these things and take on these things, because they force you and try to force you to consent because you fear to go to jail if you don't consent. That's not the option they give you, brothers and sisters. It's one day it's going to be over. We'll only depend on our Yah. Now I can put my notes down. Sometimes I hate doing that, but I did it this time because I didn't want to forget and leave nothing out. Because one day, just like Scripture said, we need to depend on this nation now, because I'll be able to punish us and correct us, to show us what our ancestors failed and how they broke his covenant, and when Abiyah give us over to the hand of the enemy, what they would do unto us. Yes, see, they making more laws to try to destroy you. See, this is their custom. You know, like they make their holidays to try to force you to agree to it. And when you go to the stores, they teach the clerks, the cashiers, to greet you, or when you're about to leave, have a happy Thanksgiving, have a happy New Year's, have a Merry Christmas, happy this and happy that. See, they try to get you to agree with them, to accept their ways of doing things that is totally in opposition to Yah ways. You can find that in all the laws that is the customs of Yah. It's very important, brothers and sisters. That's why I ask each and every one, if you can, send a donation We got to learn how to help our own nation, brothers and sisters, to www.teachersofyah.yolasite.com. I'm going to have it posted up, brothers and sisters. This is to help our nation to get out of this wreck we are in, brothers and sisters. Because to have a military force, you need housing, food, clothes, shelter, and more. All the things will make a God force to guard their own people. That's why we got to unite. Because our people are scared to unite because the majority of our people are in need of all of these things. And I understand our people don't want to unite, and then if the person they're uniting with don't have these sufficient funds to sustain a nation. That's why I get another alternative that we all come together and whatever we have, we share. Because I know we have some brothers and sisters that are millionaires among us that can help many. I would that I was one of them. But y'all give me this knowledge, this wisdom. We got to start somewhere with somebody with who to migrate, to come together. I understand how a government works. That's why when Abraham had it, and all y'all gave him the riches of the land, the wealth of the land. A lot of people think we don't need wealth and riches. That's Christianity talk. But the same one teaching these talks, the preachers have these things. But they tell when they teach them to not to worry about it, then you get into heaven. God said everything will take place on earth for us. To go here to there, you need money. That's just the way the system works right now. Everywhere you go on the earth. Even when we get back home and the kingdom be set up, we still going to be using gold and silver. And the nation's still going to be bringing us gold and silver. That's all in the prophecies from the words of the prophets. We're always going to be using things to get other things, to make things. Gold and silver to make chairs or whatever. Even Abiyah said how our houses are going to be, and walls are going to be made out of jewels of the earth, the riches of the earth. We're not going to be flying around in the heaven, in the space, brother and sisters. Abiyah said we're going to be on the earth, and the nation's going to come and build our houses. And all the things we need, they're going to be at our call, and they're going to do these things. These are the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. I want to share with you, because this one is very important, why I'm asking for you to give a donation to help. Because we got to guard the ways of Yah. We got to come back together. We got to feed. We got to clothe. We got to shelter our own people. This is a part of the process of breaking off and getting independent from this nation that we depend on heavily. That's why majority of people don't want to move, because just about every Hebrew person is in need of something. So we have official guards, just like the government. They pay the police. People join the police force in the military because they don't have nothing. That's how this government get their protection. You got to think about it, brothers and sisters. To sustain our government, we going back. Abiyah said when we get home, he said we got to go confiscate all the gold and silver from all the surrounding lands. Think about that, brothers and sisters. He said we got to take it. He said we're going to take it because they stole it from us. So we only be taken back by the laws of Yah what they stole from us. They plundered us because our ancestors sinned. Abiyah said they're going to take, Abiyah allowed them to take all our riches away from us. Ain't like they're going to just give it back. Abiyah said when we go back home, that's why we need a force. I'm telling you this now, brothers and sisters, especially all the men. Your heart got to be into this 100%. Abiyah said when we get back over there on the East Coast, we taking everything on our borders. So when you take it, it's not going to be a soft walk into that land. It's going to be men with a hot warrior mind. We got to be ready now in America with this mindset. I know a lot of brothers went out there stealing from their own brothers, but we got to stop that. How y'all saying we get back? We're not going back playing with nobody. I'm telling you this now, brothers and sisters. We're going back in the love of Yah. We're going back in the reverence of Yah. We're going back with the right heart to Yah. We're not going back fornicating. We're not going back being drunkards. We need all men that are going to be focused on the will of Yah. That's why I told men, if you can, stop drinking. Or if you can, or if you can't, drink in moderation, not to get drunk. Because just like our ancestor Yada, that is the father of the tribe of Yada, the one they call Judah, he left his words to his offspring after him. Told us not to get drunk. Because he said that was his fault, his downfall, for causing him to commit abomination against to Yah. And went out and slept with that whore or that woman. And later was put to shame. He said he admitted his faults and the mistakes to his children. To warn us. Even he warned us that his own seed was going to turn and do the things he'd done and worse. And all y'all was going to put us out that land. There was going to come a time. And then he also warned us that we was going to be under the Levites. Because the Levites who now they're going to come is of the seed line of Zadok, the priest. His seed is going to be only one that's going to be allowed to minister before Yah, to represent the altar to Yah. But he said, but from his seed of Yah, the king going to come. That's later when we get back home and unite, that all the 12 tribes come together. But only the Levites is the ones that going to accept this atonement offering and offer it to Yah. We got to know the orders of Yah, brothers. So this is a very important video. This is addressed to the brothers. So my son, my newborn name is Yada, representing Yada. We must return home. That's why I named him Yada, Yasiqua. Yes, Yah is our righteousness. Yes, that's gonna be, matter of fact, that's gonna be the name of the next Messiah, Yasiqua. You can find that in the prophet book, Yah 23, brother and sisters. So that's what we're going to call him, Yasiqua. So with that, brother, it's very important, brother. So I don't want to make this video too long. These are things we must do. These are things I want you to meditate, brothers and sisters. To have a kingdom, to have a sufficient nation to help. I'm showing you the way to how we help each other till we get home. How we come together. Y'all said we got to unite even before we go home. Yada, the ones over in the West, got to unite to go home and meet the brother. We got to unite. We got to share. We got to put money together. That's what I said. If you lift me up, I'm talking about not lift me up as a savior or the creator, but in finance, I'm talking about a physical lifted up. You lift your own nation up, brothers and sisters. You give unto me, and your giving would never go in vain. And y'all will give back to your devil. Because when you give unto me, I'm going to help the nation. When you put it in, you go to www.teachersofyah.com. When you help your own nation out, rise. Because when I rise, you rise. Think about that, brother and sister. And we'll rise above this nation we are in. That's how you help. Because when our ancestor Auburn was here, he helped everyone who came in his presence that needed help. That's the kind of heart he had after Yah, brothers and sisters. When you help me rise, you rise. I'm talking to all the brothers and sisters too. Because we helped this nation rise on Christmas, on all the holidays. We gave them billions, buying the hair weaves and all the artificial stuff. We helped them in the billions each and every year. Rise! We have North Korea rise. Look at all our people going into their stores every day. And what they do, they talk about you. They want you off the face of the earth. They use you. They laugh at you. They still call you black, African American. They don't tell you who you are. Think about that, brothers and sisters. Even though some of the European people tell you who you are, they still lying to you, telling you you have a Messiah, and you're not even saved. Think about that, brothers and sisters. All y'all told us to only listen to our Hebrew brothers that fear Yah. Think about that, brothers and sisters. With that, I say shalom.